Hello. Today we are talking about the Real Housewives of Orange County, Season 19, Episode 5, so let's jump right in. So the episode opens up with Gina getting ready for her little housewarming get-together for the girls. She's like running around getting everything ready. And then at the get-together, Jen tells the girls how the meetup with Tamara went and that it did not go very well. She goes into detail about how Tamara told her that she's obsessed with her, or they talked about that she's obsessed with her, the whole tracks thing, like the hair tracks thing, all that stuff. Gina tells the girls that Tamara is going around showing a fatty photo of Jen, and then they throw up the side by side. I don't love that term, but that's what they say. Tamara talks a little bit to the girls about what's going on with Teddy, her struggle with cancer. If you remember, she had like 4 brain tumors and like tumors in her lungs, and so Tamara talks a little bit about that. So then Heather and Jen and Shannon are all sitting outside in the housewarming party, and Heather's basically defending Tamara and her behavior, and Shannon says in her interview, she doesn't say it directly to Heather's face, but she's like, yeah, that seems weird. Jen's like, why are you standing up for Tamara? So then Gina announces to the girls that she has planned a trip to New Orleans for them. But then Tamara gets upset because she was just talking about how the last trip that her and Teddy were on was to New Orleans. And that's actually when Teddy apparently fell down some stairs, and then they were like, something's wrong. And then that's when they found the tumors. So she gets really emotionally upset. Emily talks to Shane about her son being on the spectrum. They talk about how they're doing on this testing, and they're going to find out within the next week, like how far he is on the spectrum. I don't really understand how all that works, but I guess they're going to get some more information on it in the next week or so. Ryan and Jen go to work out, and Ryan talks to Jen about how her ex's situation is really bothering him. He goes into detail about how he's spending money on lawyers to like help Jen fight for her alimony and that type of thing. And Jen kind of talks about how she hasn't gotten her settlement, especially she's supposed to have gotten $200,000 from the sale of their house. She hasn't received it. And then Jen, in her confessional interview, says that she is worried that this stress about her ex is going to wear on Ryan, and it's going to be too much for him one day. The girls arrive in New Orleans and then head out to a dinner and a spooky little restaurant. They kind of give a backstory about how the person that owned it before like died there or something. It's supposed to be like really creepy. So then something funny happens at the dinner. So Heather is asking everybody what their favorite sexual positions are, and everybody's like saying it, and then they're like, Heather, what's yours? And they're like, you like to be on top because you like to be in control. And she starts laughing, and then Emily starts making fun of Heather, and they're just all cracking up. It's a really cute scene. So that's how it ends. Not much happened in this episode, really, honestly, but they tease next week's episode, and it looks very intense. They tease Tamara basically quitting the show and a bunch of fights breaking out. So hopefully next week's got a little bit more interesting flavor to it, because this one was just more about them finding out about the trip to New Orleans, packing for the trip, and then going on the trip. And that was pretty much it. So thank you so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed my recap. I will link down below a playlist to all of the episodes in this season, and hit that subscribe button to check out all of my recaps for this show, other shows, all that kind of stuff. Thank you so much for joining me again, and I will check you on the next one.